as you all heard, hello, my name is Reed Gnepper, and I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. There may be trouble ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face that music and dance. Before the fiddlers have fled, before they ask us to pay the bill, and while we still have got that chance, let's face the music and dance. Soon we'll be without the moon, humming a different tune, and then there may be teardrops to shed, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face that music and dance. Before the fiddlers have fled, before they ask us to come up with a bill, and while we still have got that chance, let's face the music and dance. Soon we'll be without the moon, humming a different tune, and then, oh, there may be teardrops to shed, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance, dance. Let's face that music, that lovely music. Why not face that music and dance?
Good afternoon, Reed from Cincinnati.
Good afternoon.
This is an Ohio conclave. I'm from Columbus, so what do you know about the history of this song?
This song was written for a musical, musical movie, Hollywood musical movie, with Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, and the name is escaping me right now.
Oh, that's all right. I'm curious about it's from let's see, Follow the Fleet.
Yes, Follow the Fleet.
Follow the Fleet. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah. The reason I'm asking is because this song was written in a very specific time, in 1936, and it's a song about the Depression.
I was not depressed.
Well, if you look at the lyric is saying, there may be trouble ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and romance, let's face the music and dance. That was an allusion to what was happening in the world. It was one of the worst times of the American Depression, and people were suffering greatly. And this song is about live for the moment, for tomorrow we may die. That's what it is. Soon we'll be without the moon, humming a different tune. So there has to be a sense of desperation in this song underneath the finger snapping stuff. So it's really important to look at the text of what you're singing. And
Definitely.
Also, you learned this from the Sinatra record.
Yes.
Because you're singing some of the wrong lyrics that he sang.
Yes. I am.
The title of the song is not Let's Face That Music. It's let's face the music and dance.
Yes.
And it's not we'll be without that moon. Sinatra did that constantly, and it drives me out of my mind.
I'm so sorry.
Well, no, it's not to apologize. It's just that it's very important
Yes.
to look at the original song, because if you listen to a specific interpretation, you won't know exactly what the writer intended. And every time he says, let's face that music, it's not as powerful. It's let's face the music. It's not let's face that music. There's a big difference, and that's why they very carefully selected those syllables. So I would like to see you somehow imbue the song with a sense of gravitas. You know, you can still do, there may be trouble ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance. That's what it is. So keeping that in mind. And also, you're moving a lot. You're moving a little too much. It's not necessarily connected to what the text is saying. I mean, just generally, it's like when you do this, if you do this, if you show movement in your body like this, it still conveys the sense that you're swinging with the music, which is absolutely appropriate. But you can relax and just kind of let it happen more naturally instead of, I got to show that I'm swinging.
Yeah.
You know, which is what we tend to do because we want to learn how to communicate the things we're feeling to the audience. And it all, in a certain way, is fakery because it doesn't make sense to be singing these inner things to a lot of people. But that's what we have to do as performers.
Definitely.
So, Marc, do you want to make some comments before?
Sure.
So we'll just overload you before you sing again.
Awesome. I will soak it up like a sponge.
Yes, you are. That's what's amazing. That's why we have faith in you.
Thank you.
So to build upon, I don't want to cross in front of you.
Cross in front of me,
Shall
please.
I do that?
I'm
Okay.
accustomed to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what I was going to say, to add to what Michael said about the movement, what I would say is, first of all, what parameters did they give you? Because I know they're filming this. Where are you allowed to move here? Oh, okay. Because one of the things is I felt like you were being, I know that they wanted to, there's a camera out there and they were trying to do it, but you seem to give yourself a smaller space to move within than you need to. And one of the things that you should think about is, because you've got folks over there and you've got folks over there, yeah.
And
so,
you don't pay attention to the people who bought the cheap seats because, you know, sorry.
No, you pay.
Yes, you do. Actually,
you pay
you
attention.
absolutely
You
do.
pay attention on the final note. Yeah, that's when you pay attention. But what I was going to say is, so as you're singing to this person who there's an element of seduction in this, because clearly this is someone who's saying, I don't know if we should do this, and you're making the point, there's trouble ahead, but come on, let's just do this. So I think Michael's very smart to give you some of the historical meaning of the song, but also as a performer, if you want to just do it from the character of the guy, clearly this is a guy trying to get a woman to do something. And you can play that, everything that he said, but play it in a very personal way, and just make sure as you're playing to this woman, the message, place her over there. Place her over there. Open yourself up. If you're just like here, it keeps your performance smaller than it needs to be. So I would say that is one thing of think of it as just a very personal thing. And very sincerely, if your thing is seduction or just trying to convince because you're in love with her, however you choose to build your character, make sure that you're sharing it with everyone, and I always tell from my taste, put her over there when you go over to do that.
And then she runs over there.
And then she runs over there. She's trying to get away from you, let's face it. So, and I would say, and to build also upon the movement, it's not that ever I mind to see young kids trying to do their version of a Sinatra thing. But when folks like Bobby Darin and Sinatra came out, there was a sincerity to them feeling the music. It was coming from within. It was sincere.
So you have to learn to fake that.
Yeah, as opposed to something that is integrally you. So that's traditionally, really what works with audiences is the emotional connection. So however you want to feel the music, whatever movement feels like, okay, this is, I'm feeling the music, or I'm going to play this emotion. Just make sure that it's something that feels fresh to you and is emotionally connected, and that's usually what plays the best. And I would just say, as a simple thing, you did the whole song with just this hand. At some point, change it up. You know, if you're going over there, because it felt a little stiff, just a little bit. So I think we've loaded him down enough, don't you? You know?
And not incidentally, your voice is fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
It's great. You sing the song great.
Thank you.
We like to beat you down emotionally before we compliment you.
No, but it's true. It's true.
It's good.
It's true. So all this stuff is just kind of like let it waft, and go ahead and start it again, and
right.
And don't mind us.
There may be trouble ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance. Before the fiddlers have fled, before they ask us to pay the bill, and while we still have got that chance, let's face the music and dance. Soon we'll be without the moon, hum in a different tune, and then there may be teardrops to shed. But while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance.
During this time, pick a point and kind of where
Before the fiddlers have fled, before they ask us to come up with the bill, and while we still have got that chance, let's face the music and dance. Soon we'll be without the moon, humming a different tune, and then, oh, there may be teardrops to shed. But while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance, dance. Let's face that music, that lovely music. Why not face that music and dance?
how did it feel?
It was very different. I
Yeah?
was trying to get the historical aspect and like really think about the words more. And then also to move, but then I realized like old habits like stick, so I gotta like break those bad habits. But yeah, it's very different and it's more real to me in a way,
Yeah.
because when you think about it, you know, we can be wallowing in sadness about, you know, how bad our lives are right now. But come on, come with me and let's face the music and dance.
Yes, there's always romance.
Yeah, there will always be that. That's a constant. Love is a
Yes.
constant. Come with me and we can just dance the night away. Forget
Yes.
about life for a while.
Yeah, yeah. Great. I'd love to just work with you a little bit on the ending because you can amp it up.
Okay.
You can make it the ending much bigger. Because
Definitely.
you're doing those repeats, and when you do want to repeat, let's face the music, it has to have a build to it, and that you can get the build vocally, you can get the build physically. And also, think in terms of, like, if you're gonna go here, spot a person. It's like, and then like go to that person, like you're seeing the person there, so it gives you a focus. If you're gonna look there, then go here. So like if you walk, make it deliberate.
Okay.
You know, so like when you move, it's like here. When you move there, it's here. So I'm giving away all my secrets. And so, so think in those terms. Okay. So with the ending, we're out of time.
So while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance.
Look at that music. They actually printed Sinatra's. It's like
I know,
Irving
yeah,
Berlin should sue them. He should come out of the grave and sue them. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. This is terrible. He would absolutely. Well, whatever. Let's face the music and dance, dance. So go from there, and just go from let's face the music and dance, dance, and do let's face the music. Let's face that music. Why not face that music and dance? So it's let's face the music. Let's face. Each one is deliberate and build on it. Okay. So just try that ending again and.
Let's face the music and dance, dance. Let's face the music. Come on, face that music. Why not face that music and dance?
So yeah, you'll work on it. You'll work on
Yes,
it.
I will definitely work on that.
You're doing great. Thank you.
Thank you so much.